This is Walt Disney World Today. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the world.
It's Monday, September 25th, 2006, and this is episode 157 of Walt Disney World Today. I'm your host, Matt Hochberg from MGMstudios.org. On the panel today, the first show of the fall is Mike Scopa of MousePlanet.com. Welcome, Mike.
Matt, I was reading about a fellow named Tom Edison who's working on an idea for a snap-on electric light.
Edison, eh? I think he's about as old as that Scopa fellow.
I'll believe it when I see it.
We also have Len Testa, co-author of the Unofficial Guide to Walt Disney World. Welcome, Len.
How's it going, Matt?
Outstanding.
So is it true, Matt, that when Scopa's first airline flight was actually piloted by Orville himself? Orville Wright?
I believe so. I think he was on the wing saying, we can do this.
Wing, exactly. Orville, you can do it.
Watson, come in here. I need you.
And then it
was Kitty Hawk to downtown Kitty Hawk.
I still have that rubber band. Still have that rubber band.
And then after that, he was like, I got this great idea. We'll take pineapples and make ice cream out of it. And we have back, finally, after...
Oh, our long national nightmare is over.
Yeah, after our FCC fines have finally been cleared, Christina Testa, researcher for the Unofficial Guide to Walt Disney World. Welcome, Christina.
Thank you. I'm glad to see I'm still the coolest. Rainy chance.
Well, on today's show, we're talking about the prizes that we'll be giving out as part of Year of a Million Dreams. Some of them good, some of them bad, and we'll be discussing what our opinions are. So this is totally just our opinions on what the prizes are. And we're going to start at the top. We're starting with the best prizes, or at least the prizes with the most monetary value, and moving our way down. And the first prize, the first most expensive prize, are 3 memberships into Disney Vacation Club. They're 220 points at Saratoga Springs, and it's for basically through ownership through 2054, which is just like if you bought DVC membership today. So is this a great grand prize?
That's the grand prize, is you get Disney ownership, huh? What about maintenance fees?
Well, no, it says, in fact, that's included, I believe. Together with associated benefits, rights, rules, payment of annual dues and exchange fees on the winner's membership interest is personal to the winner and not transferable. Does that mean it's cost?
It means you can't sell it, I guess. So it is. So it's free.
Yeah.
It's like free vacation, so that's pretty good. Estimated value?
You can't beat that.
Yeah, the only thing that costs money is airfare, transportation, gratuities, meals, and special assessments and taxes. So, obviously going to Disney World will still cost you money. However,
right.
You're getting, whatever, 220 points. What is that? That's got to be like, $15,000, $20,000? Actually, it's at the bottom if I look at it.
Actually, it
25, 110.
Approximately.
No, estimated value of $35,559.
Oh, $559, sorry.
Yep. So this is
That's not bad, actually.
It's not bad, but you, of course, like Len
actually,
said,
look at the ARV of each grand prize. It's 83,701.
83.
Yeah, wow. Didn't even see that.
Yeah, so definitely.
See, the thing is, though, usually, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe if you win a car, like in a radio thing, you know, or you go on Oprah, evidently, and win cars, you can always take the cash value.
Right.
But here, I don't think you can, or you can't sort of sell it back or do anything like that.
Cash prize equal to 2510. Oh, no. Notice that, though. You actually get the cash prize of $25,110 to help defray payment of taxes.
Yeah.
Payable of winning for the prize.
Wow,
so that's really not bad.
Yeah. It's not like...
So you're getting like $108K here.
Yeah, it's... you're getting some serious money here. It's just a matter of... I guess it's really just looking at the fact that what you're getting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Christina, does Disney Vacation Club get you excited? Does this make you want to go to Disney World now?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah, it's really not a bad thing. I guess you can't sell it, though, because what happens if you sell it? I got a note here, too, that the fine print for this particular grand prize is almost an entire page on my computer screen.
Yeah. No, it is really quite long.
Ooh, it uses the phrase prize in abeyance. Whatever that means. Wow, that's impressive.
Let's move on to the second prize, which is 3 Grand Marshal World Tour prizes. And What this consists of is economy class air travel for the winner and up to 3 guests. So you and 3 of your friends, whoever they may be, go for 15 days through all of Disney's theme parks around the world. So that's Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, Tokyo Disneyland, and Hong Kong Disneyland. And you go there and basically are there for the day.
Standard hotel accommodations based on quadruple occupancy.
Oh, hell no.
Thumbs down. Thumbs
So
down.
all-star resorts all around.
So
baby.
you're flying around the world coach in 15 days. Quadruple
Staying at the
occupancy.
Do they pay for therapy afterwards? Because you're not going to be friends after you
Yeah,
come
I was gonna
back.
say. How much is
What's the cash value of that? $19.99? What's the cash value?
45,370.
And you have to fly what, like Southwest Air? And if they don't go, you don't go.
Stopping everywhere.
With apologies to Southwest Air. Yeah.
Yeah, really, I kind of like Southwest. Yeah, for 45 grand, I take the money and run.
Yeah. And you have to do this by September 30th, 2008. So you can't sit on this and be like, well, when I retire, I've got a trip.
Yeah, exactly. Now you've got to do it by next. I'm sure they got to do it by September 30th because that's the.
That's the end of the celebration.
I wonder
Right.
if you can decide the sequence. I had a friend who did that in a period of 2 weeks. He worked for Intel and he decided that he wanted to see all the parks. So he decided he would go. I think he started off in Tokyo, and then he worked his way to. Oh, wait a minute! Did he start in Europe? He might have started in Europe and just kept going east. But that would have to be a consideration, depending upon how you wanted to schedule it. If you're going to do it all on like one trip, or you're going to do it over the course of a year. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, it's interesting. Do you get to once you start the grand tour? Once you start the tour, you have to go. I mean, you can't like go to Paris and come home, and then go to Tokyo and come home.
No, it sounds like it's a 15-day, 14-night trip. So
Wow.
it sounds like consecutive.
Wow.
So for
But
2
you-
weeks, you're.
But the thing is that if they're the ones that are going to do all the arrangements, if they're the ones that are going to cart you around, if they're the ones that are going to escort you all over the place, it may not be that bad of a deal. Because I can tell you, they treat you like royalty when you're on their dime.
It's still one bathroom for 4 people. I can't get past the challenges with hair and all of that. Hair and showers.
Oh yeah,
I
if you're going to
would- I
go with
would-
females. Yeah.
I would imagine that after 14 days, 2 weeks, you would be done. You'd be like, you know what, I need some time.
Hey, Len, every person gets $75 a day for meals, park admission.
I know, I saw.
I know, can
And
you
transportation.
live on- you're not eating at Le Cellier on $75 a day.
No, maybe $75 a day per person is not bad.
Depends upon where you are too.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, normally for the guide we budget $35 a day, so $75 a day you could definitely. I mean, you're not going to eat 2 sit-down meals on that, but it's not bad.
Wait a minute. No, I think the $75 you've got to use for meals, park admission.
No, you get that.
You get that? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. So,
that's not bad.
it's not. Would you take it? Would you go on it, Len?
No, probably not.
No.
Only because Dawn wouldn't go and Hannah wouldn't go.
Okay. Christina, would you go on it?
I would go, but I wouldn't bring anybody.
That's the solution right there.
You know what? Just give me the 4 gift cards.
I don't like anybody that much. Because then I could sell the tickets and make a few extra dollars.
There you go. Scopa?
Well, the key is here that it says, and we all have to think about this. It's up to 3 guests, the winner and up to 3 guests. So I think if I won it, I think Carol and I would do it. Yep.
Interesting. The next group of prizes are Adventures by Disney trips to various locations, and they're at least a week. Some are 8 or 9 days. And they go to either Paris or London, or this one, Costa Rica. And another one that goes to the very exotic location of Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Ooh.
I'm there.
So you're a week with Dick Cheney, and
My gun. Where's my gun?
Famous last words. Oh, Mr. Cheney, you shoot first.
Yeah. Pull.
and Disney being the because this is such a big event, and they're no expense is too large. They're giving everyone one free 5x7 photo for the winner only. Sorry,
Nice.
just for Christina if she wins it, but no one else. Otherwise, you got to pay the $15 for your 5x7 photo. I mean, Adventures by Disney is a relatively new offering by Disney, and I'm thinking this is more to kind of like pump up the service.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look what we have available, even though you likely won't win it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
what's the... Okay, so it's a vacation to Jackson Hole. You know, I looked at we looked at the Adventures by Disney stuff when it came out a couple years ago, when we first started talking about it a couple years ago, and none of it was like, you know, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I could plan a trip for the approximate retail value of this thing is $15,500. I could plan a pretty decent trip to Jackson Hole for $15K.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not so much the money about it, it's the people who believe that Disney does everything better than the rest of the world.
You know, but the thing with the Disney though is you're on their regimentation schedule. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, up at 8 o'clock and.
Wait a minute, Len, are you complaining about a touring plane? Is that what you're doing?
Oh,
Oh, you walked into that one.
I'm just saying. Not when I'm. You know, let's put it this way. There's no.
Not when I'm on vacation, is that what you're
Not when I'm
saying?
paying for it.
Not when I'm paid for it, do it. Not when I'm on vacation. No, it's different when you're out west. I mean, the Tetons are going to be there, you know, as long as you want. It's not like there's a line to go up the mountain, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm with Len on this one. I'm thumbs down on the Adventures prizes for me.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see like.
Was there quadruple occupancy?
Yeah, quadruple occupancy for all these
Occupancy.
things. In other words, we'll give you a room somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
It's the same thing for their London and their Paris things. It's just not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I might do the cruise. So where else do they have? They have. They'll do like they do Costa Rica. Costa Rica might be fun. They do London. They do Paris. They do Rome and Venice. Those are all different prizes, right?
Yes.
And then
Yes,
they do
split it up.
Disney cruises.
Mediterranean, Bahamian cruise.
Yeah, the next one is the next group.
I
is the
just don't know if I
cruises.
could stay 14 nights on a boat.
Me neither.
No, none.
I mean, you think the cast of Lost didn't get along after a couple weeks? I just don't see it. I mean, Chrissy, can you imagine me on a boat for 14 days without internet connectivity?
I can imagine you. I can't imagine Dawn. I think Dawn would stab you, or you'd be one of those, you know, tonight at 6 stories.
Yeah, exactly. He
Yeah.
went missing. We found that there was some blood
We
on the
saw
hand.
him at noon. I don't know what happened.
That was it. No, I didn't hear any fighting or anything. He was just never heard from again.
I don't know. The 24-hour chocolate buffet might get you.
Yeah.
You might be on board.
I think you got to be a cruise person to really want one of these things.
I'm not.
Although
Not
there is
either.
one cruise line, one that's for just a 3-night Bohemian cruise in the Disney Suite. So I assume that's a little bit of a fancier one, other than like Deck 1 on the other boats. Those are the decks, by the way, that the people on Titanic didn't even bother trying to get out of their rooms for.
Yeah.
They just waited for it. That's the rooms that you're going to have.
Exactly. You know what? There's just no point in even trying. I just need these extra few minutes, not to struggle against those, but to really to come to grips with it all.
The next group of prizes is trips to Walt Disney World or Disneyland. There are 4-day, 3-night vacations based on quadruple occupancy.
Yeah. Let me guess where you're staying.
At the Fabulous.
Nothing
says-
says winner like Copa Towers.
It doesn't say. Does it say?
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't say.
I'm telling you.
Standard hotel accommodations.
You're definitely staying at Scopa Towers if you're
Oh
lucky.
yeah, no doubt.
What's a standard hotel?
Oh, funny.
Doesn't say Walt Disney World Resort Hotel. You notice that?
You're staying at the Holiday Inn, the Nickelodeon Suites.
Nickelodeon Suites.
Yeah.
We hear good things about it, so that's what you're saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, the next two are the ones that I think the next two are the most interesting ones.
Yes, absolutely. That's of course you're either staying at the Cinderella Suite in the Magic Kingdom or the Mickey Mouse Penthouse, which is in Disneyland. These are of course the one in Disneyland that was at a hotel. It's not in the castle, right? No, it's at the Disneyland Hotel.
Right.
That might be kind of cool. These are suites, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the room in the Magic Kingdom is the really cool one. I mean, I'm all for penthouses, but I'd rather be in the at Cinderella's Castle Suite than at Mickey Mouse's penthouse at Disneyland, just personally.
Dinner at Cinderella's. I wonder if you can trade Cinderella for Belle for Cinderella though for these photos.
Yeah.
There's a legit concern right
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure there.
there. I see a typo on their page.
Yeah, I see A each.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, whatever.
Christina, does staying in the castle do anything for you?
I think I'd rather trade it for like a magic fast passes, that you guys get for press events.
Mhm.
I think I'd rather have
Just-
that.
It
I'm
doesn't have
good.
that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have a barter system. Well, you won the one night stay at the castles. That's equal to.
I'd like
Right.
a T-shirt
7 million
if I could.
pen.
A T-shirt and maybe dinner at Liberty Tree, something like that.
See, I think a lot of this, and I'm not sure if it's stipulated elsewhere. And like I said, another prize. Usually in contests like this, you can always take the cash prize equivalent, which inevitably is always better because I can, like a lot of these prizes, I would take, but I would probably prefer to have the money that it's worth and spend it on, whatever I want. It's kind of like the don't know what to get for someone for Christmas, so you just get the money because inevitably it's better than whatever that you could think of them.
Nice.
Right, Len. Remember that.
Exactly.
Well, did you read that it says each winner may also be celebrated in the park?
Yeah, like we
daytime
can't.
parade?
Well, I guess if you've got suppose you're there on the same day that the person who's the grand marshal is there, then what do you guys duke it out?
I used
What-
to see
what- I'm
Christina
sorry.
winning-
What does that say? Each person may what? Be celebrated?
May be celebrated. For instance, for the if you're staying at the Cinderella Castle at Walt Disney World, if you win
Right.
that prize, it says each winner may also be celebrated in the Magic Kingdom Park daytime parade, and then in parens it says at sponsor's sole discretion. So there's no guarantee
And
you're going to be Grand Marshal, I guess.
That's the ugly clause. Like if you're hideous, and you have the tooth growing through the top of your lip, they're like, there is so much going on today, and we would love to have you in the parade. They're not going to put you up there if you're some big ugly beast.
If you're
That's all.
Quasimodo,
Nice.
you have no,
I
you have
think
no shot.
I think Christina there's a little more truth there than.
That's dead honest, and you know it is.
Yep.
May. Hmm. We're going to take a look at you first, and then we're going to see where we're going to put you.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the you call it the ugly clause. I call it the Abercrombie and Fitch rule.
Nice.
If you match our advertising, then we will put you on.
I think we'd all like
Exactly.
the next one. I think we'd all like the next one.
Yeah, the next one is you had what the next couple are specific cash. They're just all right. The first one is the International Food and Wine Festival.
Party for the
Yeah,
senses.
that'd be great.
That would
Yeah.
be good.
Wow.
Prize will exclude alcoholic beverages if won by a minor. Len will not be bringing his daughter for that
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
You're not costing me booze.
Wow, Epcot International Food and Wine Festival merchandise basket for the winner only.
Wow.
Wow, that sounds
VIP
like that.
seating to eat to the beat. That's pretty cool.
And then that's followed by a shopping spree at the World of Disney store of $500. Not bad, although in Disney's World, $500 will go pretty quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pin.
Oh, but it doesn't have to necessarily take place at World of Disney. You can go to the some other stores at the parks that are stipulated.
Can I use my annual pass discount so that actually that $500 becomes maybe $600 or something like that?
Then you've got 130 dinners at Disney restaurants. So
Yeah.
you can win Scope of Specials wherever you'd like, right?
That's all would be the eating. Scope of specials.
No alcohol. And then you've got some tours over here. You've got dinner on the balcony of New Orleans Square and a tour of Walt Disney's Main Street apartment. Yawn.
I know.
Yeah, and that a bunch of fast passes.
I'm not crossing my fingers for these. Yeah, and then we start getting into like the not so sexy prize packs. You've got holiday dinners. You've got Mickey's Not So Scary prize pack, like Len said. VIP seats at where?
World premiere?
You get to sit in the first show of Finding Nemo the musical. So evidently this will be given away pretty early.
Woo.
Yeah, really.
Boy, now that would get me back down there fast. Wow.
You get the Scopa prize of a press event ceremony, where you just go to a press event.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got some other really not so. Let's just skip down to the ones that seem interesting, or not so interesting.
Oh, I know one that you like, Matt.
The Star Wars weekend one.
Yep.
Yeah, but I've read about that one. It doesn't even sound that interesting. The ones like they have for like Super Soap Weekend and Star Wars Weekend and Flower and Garden. I mean, you're just you get free admission into the park. You get a VIP sitting to something, and you get to see someone, and they give you a free T-shirt, which doesn't really get me particularly. And then you've got some extra Magic Hour prizes, which are generally available to anybody, so I'm not really all that interested.
What is that? After
like
our event. So what if you're already a guest, a resort guest
You
anyway?
just get
Thanks
your
for
own
nothing.
extra Magic Hours.
Look at the value, will you? $4.76.
And then you've got Christina's favorite, the Dream Fast Passes.
Love it.
Actually, Carol would like that too.
Many thousands, and then of course Len's idea of them giving away lots and lots of pins.
Lots of pins.
418,789 of them to be specific.
So it's really like Year of a Million Dreams and Year of a Million Pins.
Yeah, a lot of it is just. I mean, was there any real prize here that any of you would really like?
Oh boy.
Would be dreaming of winning?
I guess. I think. I guess being able to say you stayed overnight in the Cinderella Castle suite, that'd be kind of neat. After that, I don't see anything really floats my boat. Even going around the world, that could be a hassle.
Yeah.
So.
Christina?
No.
Nothing
I mean,
here?
no.
I think the staying in the castle would be cool.
The only one I would. Go ahead, Christina.
I can't help but think that would be kind of creepy. Like, I refuse to believe they're just going to shut the door and be like, all right, good night, and they're going to leave, right?
Yeah, the cameras are everywhere.
Right. Well, not cameras maybe, but somebody's got to be there, right?
Be like Big
And
Brother.
I would want to know the history. Like, is it haunted? What happened there? Who stayed there? Who else has slept there?
You could do it like if you're like one of the first few people there. You could start the rumor that it is in fact haunted. That would be cool. So if our listeners are listening, if our listeners are listening, and you say, "Ooh, ooh,"
Here's a question:
I don't
do you
know.
think you would be allowed cameras in there?
unless they're gonna pat you down?
I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
part of
they do
I don't
now.
know. Is that part of the prize?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Minnie will pat you down and okay, turn around, bend over.
The only prize that I would really be excited over would probably be the Disney Vacation Club prize. I think that's got
Yeah.
the most long-term
Yeah,
value.
I mean, if they're
out of it.
paying for everything, that's not bad.
I mean, you're going to get this for 50 years. I mean, it's yours to do with, and it lasts long. It's their grand prize. That's what I'm going for. Everything else would be nice, but this isn't, I don't know, nothing else I'm really like, ooh, I really hope that I'm going to get. Not that I would, because inevitably, Len, I think you discovered this, that the way that they're going to be awarding prizes is not going to be like, hey, congratulations, like how we kind of all expect it to be. Like, you're the millionth person in today, here's your prize.
Yeah.
It's kind of be like, well, let's look at who walked in here. Ooh, this family with the 8-year-old and the 2-year-old
Right.
and the typical family, they win it, and then they'll quietly escort you out. They're not going to be giving it to the goth kid in their class.
Nice.
A lesbian couple and their adopted Chinese baby, right?
Or Jim Hill.
Or Jim Hill, yeah, exactly.
But guys with fanny packs and glasses with ugly green shirts, they'll definitely still be up for winning it.
Nice, thanks.
Well, that's it for us today. This has been episode 157 of Walt Disney World Today. Christina, thank you for coming on again.
Thanks for having me.
We hope to have you on more often.
Would love to be back.
Awesome. And be sure to stop by the Walt Disney World Today website for our older episodes, our show notes, and the ability to contact us. For Len Testa, Mike Newell, and Mike Scopa, I'm Matt Hotchberg. We'll see you on the next show.